So I'm mixing it up a little bit. Today's test drive is this 1962 Chevy Nova. I haven't even unlocked the door. I haven't started it today. I just grabbed the keys. I'm literally holding my bag here. If you want to see what's in that bag, look in the description below. I did some research. This is 350 aluminum heads, 12 bolt rear on this one, aluminum radiator, electric fans. This one's got an overdrive transmission. It does have power brakes, Optima battery. It's a pretty car. I mean, looks pretty good. If I read correctly, it said mini tub. What we're going to be doing is taking it down the road, pointing out flaws so you know what you're getting. Detailed pictures, financing, and shipping is available on our website. Just go to maplemotors.com, check it out. This is a cold start video. So, yeah, hit subscribe about that time. Let's go for a ride. Okay, so I got the door unlocked. I just sat in here. I went ahead and opened the trunk for a second. I wanted to make sure mini tub was correct, and it was. I see where it was cut in. And I'll show that towards the end of the video and the walk around. Now I got to figure out switches and stuff. This is generally what I do before all the videos. I try to figure out what the switches do. So this first one's an electric fan. I don't hear any fuel pumps or anything. I don't know what that one does. I'm gonna assume this is ignition. Give it a little gas. This thing sounds awesome. A little pop from the car up there. Oil pressure's coming up. We're waiting on the engine temperature. Radio on this one.
Fire foundation repair and waterproofing need.
Radio is loud. Wipers aren't doing anything. Switches there. I keep trying them. Letting this thing warm up. Fan. It's a really stiff switch. Temperature. I guess the air is not going to work. Glove box stuck. I don't want to yank on it, but the glove box is hanging open a little bit. Looking around the interior, Hurst shifter. It's always nice to have receipts. That's cool. Got a little bit of receipts there. Back seat's not bad. Window crate back there's laying in the seat. Headliner, not bad. It's like somebody's replaced it. You got some chipping on your trim. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? No power steering on this one. Showing 90,000 miles, and it used to be a column shift car. I would say the horn's not going to work, but I haven't tried it. It does work. I was wrong this time. Alright, we got a gas gauge, half a tank, should be good. I'm gonna let her warm up just a little bit more until that temperature comes up, and we'll take off. Coming on down with this hood. Man, she's got a good sound, don't she? Okay, so our engine temperature did come up on this one. It is sitting at 150 now. We're good to go. It's the first time I put it in gear. Just checking around for seat belts. They're not existing in this car. Non-existing seat belts. Need to put some in. Once we got seat belts, I'm going to check my brakes. Make sure we can stop. Brakes feel good. Steering's not bad so far. We're about to find out though. You can definitely feel the power coming from this car already pulling out. I'm barely touching the throttle. That overdrive just kicked in. You got a little slack in your steering there. You turn it touchy. They're stopping great. Throttle. Overdrive kicked in again. A little bit of a pop from the carburetor. It's not 100% warmed up. I mean, we're at 170, but may have a little ethanol built up in the car. Speedometer's not working at all. You floored it hesitates. Kickdown is hooked up and working. Gotta get in them brakes now. Somebody pulled out and go 5 mile an hour. Look, they're still going 5 mile an hour. Come on. These people are about to run over me. We'll go around, I guess. Use some turn signals here. Brake stop fast on this one. They're not slouching. Okay, so the gas gauge is not really moving a whole lot. I don't know how much I trust it. I don't want to run out, so we're going to go to the gas station here. It might help with a little bit of a stutter there in the carburetor. Maybe some fresh gas on top of it. But I'm going to say by the end of the video, that's going to cut out. A lot of people, or a lot of times when I'm on here, a lot of people don't understand the ethanol gets stuck in that carburetor and it needs to be ran through. You know, these old cars don't get driven every single day. That stuff evaporates. All right. What we'll do is get a little bit of gas and I'll be right back. Okay, we got some gas in this right here. It goes in the side. About 5 gallons of 93. I'll tell you what, I'm glad it's not raining anymore. Here we go. We'll go ahead and start her up. I want to see if the gauge moves at all before we do. It's not. But your ignition switch is right here. So to cut the car off, you have to flip this down. It cuts off. I do want to try to just turn the key. That works too. So you got two ways to start it: the button or the key. Now the gas gauge is all the way up, so it could very possibly be working. Once I started it, it'd come up. And we look at the tip gauge now and the oil pressure again. Let's go ahead and take off. On the way back, I'll manually shift just to show it running through the gears, get a little power out of her. Got y'all on the widescreen. Went ahead and did my pictures for the other stuff, other channels here. She seemed to clear out now. So now when I get on it, it doesn't have any kind of popping or anything holding it back. I'll be shifting it through the gears this time because we know the one goes into overdrive and it's more of a highway gear. But man, make a remix to Heaven's Door, be thumping on Heaven's Door right now. This thing's hitting a lick in this parking lot. The Church of Christ here. I assume that's okay to say. Let's get out of here. She sounds awesome. Engine temperature, let's look. 160, oil pressure 25-30. I mean, it's idles real low. 600. If I touch the throttle, that's 60 pounds of oil pressure right there. Yeah, we're good. Well, let's manually shift this thing. Let's get out of here. So I'm just gonna drop her all the way down. We'll do it 1 or 2 times, just get a little power, and then we'll put her back in drive. Just gotta see what it'll do when I open her up. Well, may have to pull off, wait for some traffic to move on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull over here and wait for the traffic to move on. She's pretty smooth now. I'm getting used to it too. I was being a little gentle at first. This car is asking for a little bit of thump there, so it wants you to snatch one. It's kind of sad that somebody would throw a bunch of TVs in a church parking lot. What's wrong with people? I actually might go get my truck, come pick that up. We got a dumpster at the lot. I use their parking lot enough. I need to go ahead and put in some work. All right, this is gonna be good here, I think. We got a good open road. Little bit of a pop there still. I didn't feel it in the parking lot, but I also didn't have her to the floor in the parking lot. Yeah, it's still got a little bit of a pop in that carburetor. And I'm still gonna say that's ethanol because she's running good, she's pulling. Just a little pop here and there. It's clearing out. It's definitely better than when we first started. I think I'm scaring people. They're on their brakes. They're like, what is that? Of course, we're just cruising now. I always like to glance at the lake over there. I miss going out there. I'm ready for summer already. Do some fishing. Race car Ultima behind us. Trying to race. As soon as I took off, he nailed it. Not so bad, about 50%, 75% throttle there. I'm not really jamming into it. Waiting on some traffic here. All right, guys, I do appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit subscribe, share this video, that helps me out quite a bit, and check out maplemotors.com so you can see all of our inventory. I got more to do. I'll be back. trunk, it's open, we're ready. This is the picking out the flaws segment of the video. Chips, scratches, rust, dents, if it's there, you know about it. Let's go ahead and get started here. We'll start up front. Man, they've got a lot of chrome up here. Scratch there. Dings in your headlight trim. Spot there in the corner. Chrome bumper on this one looks pretty good. Looking over our fender, you've got some touch-up marks there where the paint's chipped. Little chip here, looks like some dirt. It's wiping off. Chip there. A little cracking going on in the paint on the body line there. Is this dirt? Yeah, that's dirt there as well. Trim, it's not bolted in the back. Little wax left over. Midsection's looking pretty clean. Stain in the paint job. Mirror's been replaced, but the screws there are starting to rust. Needs a little different hardware. Weather stripping is cracked up there. Oh, we got something coming by. Oh yeah. I don't know what he said. Little chip there. Pitting on the door handle. Bubbles. You got a little bit of bubbleage going on here. Chip. Scratches. Real light. Little light scratches up top here in the back window too. The trim around the back window's got some little scuffs. Can be polished up and clean. Around these edges too. They may have had some overspray. You see some chips there. Looking over the roof, actually looks pretty good. I can't believe I'm standing outside. It's 55 degrees. It was snow. There's still snow on the ground over there by that pole. What in the world? Got the wildest weather right now. Looking in our trunk, you can see where they cut this in. They wanted to get some more tire under there. You got a little patch here. We got some moisture. We do have some leakage in here. Now our package tray is nice and clean. Around the trunk lid there, a little wax if anything. Yeah, I'm pretty thankful for the warm weather right now because I can actually make these videos, and I've got to do that Land Cruiser after this. It's basically a convertible. Nope. Let's give her a firm shut. Okay. Still pretty soft. You didn't have to slam it. Scuff there. Little bubbles popping up. See that bottom piece down there? Looks like it's the stick-on stuff from AutoZone. I could rip it off if I wanted to. People use a lot of that. You know, it doesn't look bad either. I mean, it's not too bad. Especially if there's some chips or something under there. You have to rip it off to find out. There is a couple chips here in the corner. Alright, let's go down this side. Spot there, cracking in the paint. There's more of that stick-on stuff. The door guard. Chips in the front. Spot the paint there. Back your midsection. Chip up here. Touch up mark. Scuffing the paint. Little scratches around the gas cap. They've double side taped this. Yeah. See a little water coming out. Eventually that's gonna get hot and need to be redone. A little bit of pitting on the trim there. It's not a big issue, just getting it restuck on there. Mark there. Touch up marks, chips. Bubble here. The seal around the back window looks decent. Looks like you got a set of Kenwoods in your package tray too. Little marks up here. A little bit of pitting on your door handle. Screws there got a little bit of rust on them too. You've also got some cracking around the window here. That's coming right off. I just had to rub on it a little bit. This thing's got a lot of wax, so I'm not worried about scratching it. Chip there. And of course, wax would take that out anyways. It's not like I'm digging into the paint. I know y'all don't like me rubbing on it, but hey, I'm gonna rub on it. That's a scuff. That needs to come out. That needs a lot of rubbing. You got touch that mark there. Touch that mark there. A little wax left over. I tell you what, there's a chip right here. We made it around. Got a little, oh nope, I wiped it off. That'll come off too. A little blob there. Just a blob. She seems like she's pretty tight, and if you noticed, as soon as I got to this parking lot, all that coughing and spitting and sputtering completely stopped. I think it just needed a little time to warm up. It seems like the first half of our videos, because most of the cars are still cold, they give me a little bit of symptoms or something, and then the second half is always smooth sailing. I guess I need to sit there and let them run for about 10 more minutes in the parking lot before I take off. I generally give them about 5 minutes before I take off. That way it gets some heat in the motor. Interior time. Now the door panel here needs to be re-dyed. You can see the paint's just kind of wore off, but it looks good. It's not beat up. The handle there's got some cracks. What about weather strip? It's older. It's still soft, but it's older. Be replaced. Little spot in the door there. Now I can't see. Hold on. I gotta hit the camera buttons on my camera. Unlock screen. There we go. Now I can see. Looking under the door here. Now guys, I love this camera. If you haven't seen it before, it's a little small camera. It fits right in your hand. Get chips. It's called a DJI Action Pro 4. I've got the 3s as well. I love both. I record with both. I have thousands of videos recorded with both. And they withstand the test of time. They don't pay me to say that. But I've had about 9 or 10 GoPros over the years. I've just had 3 of these. They just keep lasting. I don't want to jinx myself, but honestly, I don't think I am. I think they're just going to keep on keeping on. That handle just needs a pin. It doesn't have the pin. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's just a little pin that goes in here. It's like a horseshoe shape. And it'll click in and it'll go right around that trim there. And the scratches, obviously, from this. That definitely needs to be put back on. You got your ashtrays in the back. Got your panels. And your back seat. It's got some dye wearing off. This whole car has been dyed. It looks like it used to be tan. Don't know what in the world this is. Kind of wondering if it's just a mistake. That could look a little better. Just tighten it up. Those corners, I'm sure they're hard. I've never actually had to do a headliner. I don't think I would. I pay an interior guy to do them. But the rest of it looks nice. I never figure out the glove box. It's got a back shelling, so it's just not gonna work, guys. I tried. Ashtray's a little stiff. It's been painted on the inside, freshened up. Tell you what, let me try some. Okay, so it's not the latch. This thing is being held up by something else. There may be a strap or something under here that I'm not seeing. But we'll just say that the latch needs work on the glove box. So, ignition. And I believe you don't even have to turn this on. Let's try it. Yeah, you don't even have to have the key. Electric fan. I still never figured out these other switches. They're wired up to something. You've also got a switch here. I don't know what it does. lot of wax on that. Vibrating. It's making a little bit of a vibrating noise, or it's rubbing up against something. Dirt there. Guys, pretty nice color overall. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. I'll check it out. I'll try to get back with you. There's detailed pictures, financing, and shipping on the website, and it'll help me out quite a bit if you hit subscribe and share my videos. I do appreciate that. Share them on all the platforms and with your friends. That's definitely going to help me out. You can check out maplemotors.com. Now we have the YouTube links to the test drives on that website. Well, let's say this one today, for example, does not have the link because I'm still making the video. So give me a little time, I'll catch up, especially when it rains and snows for 2 weeks and I get put way behind. I have no control over the weather, but I'm not going to drive a car like this in the ice, that's for sure. Guys, thanks for watching. And I'm going to go back. I got at least 2 more to do, and then I'll be caught up this week. Then we're going to do a lot walk on Monday. I'll see you later.